In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to create list of values. We expand our data blocks for our master detail from the previous two demonstration. We can display our canvas. Okay, so we are going to create list of values, two list of values for the manager and then the location. So what we have to do is we expand the department block, expand the items, and introduce two new items. We select both items, press F4, and change the item type to a push button. The label, you can use 3 dots. And then, because we don't need the focus to be on this button, we have to change the property keyboard navigable to no, and the mouse navigate also to no. This will take away the focus from the button. And then, still at our property, you need to display this on our master detail canvas. So we now have to rename this to PB manager, and then rename this to PB location. So we can resize this, choose and then go to layout wizard and size component for uniformity to smallest. So we can resize this to this and resize this, bring it a little bit closer. Now that we have our two buttons ready, we move on to create our list of values. We select list of values and we go to create. We use the LOV wizard. So the first record group we'll have to create is for the managers. So we type our select first name. Let's display the employee ID. First name, you concatenate with last name as name from employees, where employee ID and select, we use a subquery manager ID from employees. We check our syntax is correct, so we click next. We move the record group columns and then our return value. Remember to look up return item, so it should return this value to which item that already exists, to department.manager ID. You click OK. Then your name for department.manager name here, you click OK, and then automatically size columns, you click next. This is our, we give it a title manager, we resize this to 300 and we click next. Next, we display, we move all the return items to assign items, click next, click finish. The next thing we have to do is to rename our LOV. Select it, go to ELF, press F4, type LOV this manager. You rename the record group also LOV underscore manager. We create our second LOV, select LOV manager, click create, use the LOV wizard, click OK. New record group based on a query. This time I would like to use the other method to get our SQL query statement. So we use the build SQL. We go to location, double click, close. We display location ID and then street address and click OK. Check our syntax, everything is correct. Click next. You move your record columns to your LOV columns and click next. Return value for location ID is department dot location ID. You click OK. For street address is location department dot street address. You click OK. Automatically size columns. Click next, and this is the locations. We size this to 300. Click next. Move your return values or to assign items and click finish. Now the next thing we have to do is to rename our LOV, and this is LOV location. We rename this record group also LOV location. So now our two LOV are created with the 8 record groups. Now remember, this record groups contains the SQL statement here. So if you want to modify the statement, you can come, double click the record group, select, and then you can modify the statement here. Let's close that for now. Now the next thing we have to do is to code these two push buttons, PB manager and then PB location. So how do we get this code? We can use the help functionality in the fonts builder by clicking the question mark here, and then you go to search and type show LOV. Click search. You have this. Double click it. Let's expand this. You scroll down, and then you copy this command. Control C copies it, and then I paste it here. So the next thing you have to do is to edit this nicely. You edit it nicely, which I have done here, and then you create a procedure out of that statement that you've already copied from the help. So create procedure, display LOV, parameter LOV varchar to this, and then show LOV. Now this takes my parameter plov. So now it's edited. So I click copy. Let me close this for the meantime, and then I come to program unit. I expand this, select program and click create. It's a procedure, and then it asks you type the name for that procedure, which is display LOV. Click OK. I can delete all this and paste my procedure here, but remember, we will have to get rid of this create, else you get a compilation error. It has been successfully compiled. The name of the procedure is display LOV. So I can now close this, come to my push button PB manager, go to smart triggers, and when button press, and now I have to code this display. I call the parameter LOV. A reference, it should call this LOV manager. I compile it, successfully compile. I do the same thing for PB location. Right click, go to smart triggers, or you can right click and then go to no, we don't create. Let's delete this item. You expand this, go to triggers and click create, and then look for when button press. Click OK. I say display LOV location, and compile successfully compiled. So the next thing you have to do, you must make sure your OC4J is running, else you cannot run this. Then you click the run button. It says offline mode. I think this is a problem with my browser, so I run it again. Okay, so we run it and we wait. Okay, so I execute query. So this the query. Let's see. Click in this your LOV for the managers. So you can choose to replace the manager and it changes. And also you can edit this location. Choose this location and click OK and it changes. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching.